Hello friends, welcome to part 65 of Laravel 12 multi-banner e-commerce series. In this part, we are going to work on product filters once again. We are going to work on the product sizes filter via Ajax. In the last part, we have seen that we are able to do the product color filter, and now we are going to work on the product sizes filter. And you can see the static sizes at the left sidebar. We are going to make it dynamic. We are going to show the sizes for the current products that are currently open for the categories. Okay, so like we have opened this clothing category. It can not only contain the clothing category products, but it will also contain the its subcategory products. Those are men, women, and kids, and subcategories products as well. That is the men t-shirts. Okay, so it will show all these products here, and we are going to select their sizes. Okay, whatever sizes these products are having, we are going to display all those sizes on the left sidebar of the filters uniquely. So let's start. Let's follow the steps that you can find under video. So first step is to create that getSizes function in products filter model that we have created in the last part. I'm going to open the products filter, like we have created the get colors function in the last part. Now we are going to create the get sizes function here. So here we are going to create this function, get sizes function, to get the sizes of all the products attributes, in fact. Okay, so we are going to align it as well. Okay, so we are going to get the product IDs from the category IDs first of all, and from those product IDs, we are going to fetch the size of all those IDs, and we are going to use the group by so that we can show them uniquely on the left sidebar. Okay, after getting those sizes, we are going to make the filters blade file, the dynamic for each loop for the sizes. Okay, so here in this file, we are going to show these sizes here on the left uh, here. Okay, in the filter by side, we are going to make it dynamic, and we are going to replace it with these sizes. Okay, we are going to show these sizes dynamically of the products that are currently open. Okay, so after that, we are going to add the in the apply filters, where we are already having the color filter as well. You can see the apply sorting filter, apply color filter, and now we are going to apply the sizes filter here. Okay, so here we are going to apply the size filter. So we are going to get all these sizes from our URL. You can see the request here, like we have got all the colors. And now we are going to get all the sizes from here from the URL that we will pass whenever the user checks any of these sizes. Okay. So after that, we are going to explore them, and we are going to use them in query to fetch their product IDs. Okay, so that we can show only those products that is having that particular size. So you can align this as well. After aligning, we can. Okay, so and no change in filter.js and no change in controller. So we are going to try now. I'm going to refresh. See, some issue has come here. Cannot use a filter because the name is already in use. Uh, let's see, where is the issue? Okay, so while copy paste here, we can see that this one is added here. This is not required because we have already added it at the top. Okay, so I'm going to refresh once again. Yes, this time the products are coming, and you can see the three sizes here: large, medium, and small. If I will check any size like the large size, I think we need to change in admin, we need to like one product is having the medium, one product is having the small and medium, one product is having this large. So we need to have the unique sizes for the product so that we can able to test them. Okay, like this one is having the small, medium, and large. Okay, it's okay. And this one is having no size at all, so this product will never come. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the small size for this product, make it unique. That's 2000. We're going to make it. Okay, so I'm going to some issue has come. We are going to check what issue is exactly coming here while editing the product. See, I reached very close to resolve this issue. Okay, that is coming. Serialization of PDO is not allowed. And why this issue is coming? Because I have added in product service return. Okay, return back to URL. That is not allowed in the service. Okay, I'm going to show you that what is the mistake here. You can see here we are returning back to the blade file if there is some error. Here you can see that we are returning back to the blade file when the error comes, but this is wrong. We can't return to the blade file from here. We can only return to the blade file from our product controller function. Okay, because service will only handle the logic, will not return to the blade file directly. Okay, so that's why this error is coming. Okay, so now ChatGPT shows us that this error we can resolve by returning the error message to the controller function. Okay, from where we are going to return to the blade file with the error message. Okay, here you can see that we are returning status true or status is false along with the message. Okay, so I'm going to copy this code, this complete code, and going to replace this one in our product service. Okay, so I'm going to replace our code with this one. Okay, so the main thing is that it is returning the status here true as well as the false, and also we are going to modify the store function as well as the update function. We are going to modify accordingly so that we can return the error message to the blade file. Store we are going to update like this, and we also going to update the update function as well, where we are also going to return the error message if some error message comes. Okay, so update function, though I'm going to share the update function with the ChatGPT. Please update this function. Okay, so that it can update our function correctly. Okay, so yes, with the success as well as the error message, so we can update this function accordingly. And now we can try. I'm going back here, and now I'm going to refresh. We'll add the attribute once again, and here I'm going to add the attribute, and see, I'm going to use that same here size. I'm going to make it small, and SQ I'm going to use that same SQ that is giving us the issue because I'm using the duplicate SQ that already exists. So I'm going to click on submit, and this time it is working fine. SQ already exists. Please add another SQ. Okay, so this time it is working fine, and now I'm going to add here the unique SKU this time, and let's see if it will add this SKU. Add property to available property to okay, so the another issue has come, so it is asking us to just add the fillable here, so we can add this one for the product attribute. It is asking okay, so our product attribute are having these particular columns that it asking to add fillable. Okay, so just going to display it to the ChatGPT so that it will not take much time. uh, I'm just showing the error with the table so that it can make that array. Okay, yes, I require this array, so that's why I shown the ChatGPT that code so that we can resolve it in a few seconds. Okay, so now once again we are going to add now, and this time I'm going to add the unique one. Okay, so now we are going to add. Okay, so once again we have some other issue. So see here, this thing I have done myself, ChatGPT not able to do. So few of the times it happened that ChatGPT makes the code more complex and not able to do. So we need to do it ourselves. Okay. So here what I have changed, I have simply in the success when there is no error, I have simply redirected to the admin products page. Okay, like we have earlier done the same thing. Like admin dashboard, we returning to admin dashboard in case of error, or we are returning to the success, I think, to the success page as well in the same way. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, like if I'm going to add any other attribute, like if I'm going to add here the medium attribute. Okay, so here once again I will give the same I'm not giving the unique, I'm giving the duplicate SKU just to test that it is saying yes, SKU already exists, so it's fine. So I'm going to give now the unique SKU Harek. I'm going to give here the unique SKU this time M, and price is 2500, stock is 20, sort I'm going to make it 2. Okay, I'm going to click on submit, and this time the attribute has been added. And you can see here in any panel that the attribute has been added. Okay, so the same attribute we are going to see here. Okay, we want to see that attribute here as well. And here, see products attribute, we have not added at the top of the product service. So we are going to add that at the top of the product service here at the front. Go to open the product service at the front, and we are going to add this one at the top. Sorry, here we are going to add this one. I'm going to make it like this. Okay, uh, we're going to do it like this. Okay, so now we are going to check. Okay, so here you can see we have checked that large, and only one product is coming that is having the large size. Okay, I'm going to check here. Okay, so the detail page is not there. Okay, but here we can just check that only one product is coming. If I will check the medium, then you can see the two products are coming. If I will check the small as well, then more products are coming. Three products are now coming that are having the sizes small, medium, and large. Okay, so if I will just check the small and as well as the medium, all the three products are having the small and medium size. If I will check the small, all the three products are having the small size. Okay, so if I will check only the large, only one product is having the large side, that is the blue t-shirt, and we can even check that the blue t-shirt must be having all three, sorry, must be having the large size. Here you can see the blue t-shirt is having the large size. Okay, so but the other two products, other products are not having the large size. Here you can see the only small size in the second product, and in the third product there is no size at all, so it's not coming at all at the front. This one, in this one, there are two sizes, small and medium. So large size is only in one product, that is the blue t-shirt. So our size filter is working fine. Okay, you can see that these filters are working fine, and we are going to check with two filters together, like the color filter red, and now I'm going to show the large. So no product is coming here. If I will check the blue as well, then this blue t-shirt will come. Okay, like this. So both the filters are coming here, color as well as this size. Okay, so I hope that you can able to do this one at your end as well, and make sure to update your code here. Okay, I will also send you this code if you will join as a member. Okay, so you need to update your code side by side, so so that you can able to resolve your issue. See here, apply size filter, you need to edit like this, and make sure that you will update your add edit product function in the product service add admin. Okay, here you need to require to update your add edit product function so that we can able to send the status here. Okay, we can send the status, and also you can see that it added the try catch as well, so that if some error comes, then it will go to the catch. Okay, so it also use the move file for the uploading feature. So it finally update this one. We have used the move file for uploading of the images. Okay, so we can use these things. And also we have modified in the product controller. We have modified the store function. We have modified that create function is same, but we have modified that store as well as the edit function. Okay, so here the update function as well we have modified. Here we can check the functions that we have modified here, and I'm going to show you the functions. Uh, See, update function we have modified, as well as we have modified that store function, store as well as the update function we have modified. We have modified the two functions, store as well as the update function. Okay, so here you can see success. In case of success, we are returning back to the products page, and in case of errors, we are returning back to that add edit product page. Okay, so you can make this change at your end as well. I hope that it's clear to you. So that's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.